Hey guys, happy Thursday. Thanks for coming in tonight. It is relax and craft time. I am super happy you're here. If you're new, my name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery patterns and kits. I'm the author of Sew and Stitch Embroidery and a fabric designer. I'm here every weeknight at 9:30 p.m. Central. So thanks again for coming in, guys. We are quilting the Hourglass block quilt some more. So here we are. We are using our metallic floss, and we're gonna start the second direction of it tonight. And I think I'm gonna flip you guys around and get started right away here. I think we'll get pretty far. I think we'll actually finish quilting it by tomorrow evening. So I'm stoked. Thanks for joining me, guys. All right, gonna turn you around. Let me know how you're doing tonight. All right, machine is set. So I did re-thread the machine again because it was getting all twisted, the metallic thread again. All right, and tonight I think I'm going to, I'm rolling up this whole thing. I think I'm going to put the whole guy into the neck here and sew from one side all the way to the other. So we'll see how that goes. And it will be going over my shoulder tonight as well. It's just a little much. I moved my microphone to the other side, so now I won't be covering that up so you guys can still hear me. All right, through the neck. And we actually have to go way over here. There, it all fits in here. Okay, we are the farthest way over. We have this tiny little triangle here to do. So we'll start there. Get this all flattened again. And the fun thing this time about is we're going to be able to take out all the pins as we go. All right, I think we're situated. Now here's the trick. I've got to still move this giant bulk through here. So we'll just have to go slow. It did not come, Joe. My table did not come. And you know what? I looked at it again. And so the place that makes it, I think it's Sewing Mates. I posted a link to it last night in last night's video after we were done live here. But they did not have them in stock when I ordered it, so I found it on a different place, and it was the only other place that I could see that carried it, and carried that adjustable table. But I think, you know, and they don't tell me this, you know, before you order. They say it's in stock this other place, but I think they're drop shipping it from the manufacturer, which means that they don't actually carry it, and they just tell the manufacturer to send it to me when it's available, even though they say it's in stock. It's not really. So the manufacturer, which is that Sewing Mates, I think they said that on their site it says that they'll be shipping it on July 7th. So I have a hunch that I won't see it until after July 7th, which I'm so bummed about. I emailed the place that I bought it from to ask when I can expect it, because they don't really have much of a tracking system, I guess. So, I don't know, not yet. Probably not till after my birthday, so that's sad. I wanted that to be my birthday present. But oh well, it'll be nice when it comes. All right, first little guy is done. Let's get our leader back here. Okay. Oh, I was a little crooked at the top, but that'll get into the binding. So here we are, our first little crisscross. I think after the second one, we'll start to be able to see what it looks like. All right, let's unroll a hair. There we go. Again, let's get all flattened out here. Glad you're all here tonight. All right. I did a whole pile of embroidering today, so maybe I'll show you some of that tomorrow. I'm excited. Fun to work on some stitching projects. All right. All this bulk has to make it through. Have you tried free motion quilting? So I did get that free motion foot, and I played with it for like a second. So this is all, let's see. This is all I did, playing with it. So just a tiny little bit of messing around. You know, clearly I have a lot of work to do, but the tension was great right away, and I have high hopes, like super high hopes. I thought I was going to have all these tension issues, because I tried that darning foot. During the Splendid Sampler, I tried the darning foot off of my machine embroidery machine, and that did not work the same way as what this did. The tension was great, and I don't know, it seemed like it's going to work. So I am definitely going to play with it more. Like I said, for that Krista Quilts project that I'm going to be doing coming up here in the designer series, for that I want to, it's that chevron quilt. I want to do a whole pile of stitching, like free motion the whole thing, like row by row of the chevrons. So we'll try different things, and you know, I don't know, hopefully I'm a little more knowing what I'm doing by the end of that project. But when it came in the mail, I had to test it out quick. Oh, you love free motion quilting? Okay, awesome. I'm gonna need all the tips I can get when I start that project up. So that travel folio, or travel art folio, is coming up, that project. So that will be happening coming up on the 10th. So after the holidays. Just have to practice a lot. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking that quilt will be. Hopefully that will be practicing a lot, an attempt at practicing a lot. So I'm excited. We'll start a new project here soon. That little travel folio, where you can put all your cute little colored pencils and pens and everything in there. I'm excited for that one because it uses like interfacing and fusible fleece and all these things that I've never used before. So stoked for that project to start up. Wow, this is kind of tough doing this way with all this bulk in the neck here. I'm not sure I'm doing a good job, but I don't know. We'll keep going. I thought maybe this would be easier because I could just keep flipping to the top here. And I'd be able to contain the bulk a little bit more, but I don't know. We are at the most bulkiest though, I suppose, so in theory it should get better. Just trying to keep it flat. Can you flip around and sew the bulk is the other way? Well, I can, but then I'll be keeping on wrapping it, so I'll eventually get to this spot because I want to keep starting from the same. I always want to start from the opposite end. I don't want to go down and then this way, and then I don't want to zigzag. So at some point, I will get to this point where I have to have all the bulk, and I guess today I just started with that instead. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All right, we got the first 2 rows done. Let's just take a look at that quick. I'm going to flip it through again. All right. Let's unravel it a little bit here. There, we can start to see our crisscrosses happening, our little our little diamonds happening in here. So, it's gonna be cute. I mean, it's kind of all over the place. Oh, this one's a little bit straighter than the earlier one. But I think it's coming along. It looks quilty, so that's exciting. All right, let's keep going. You keep starting from the same end. Oh, I thought if you do it at different ends, it'll start to get wonky. If you start at the same end, it'll start getting wonky. Curious, most making the art folio for themselves or a child? Huh, that's a good question. For you guys who are going to be participating in the travel art folio, yeah, let me know who you're making it for. I'm curious too. I don't know. I mean, I'm making it for myself right now, I guess. I'm making it to make it really right now, just to learn. I have like no end game with it. I do have art supplies that could use a home. You're making it to learn some new tech. That's the same with me. I don't have any children who are like, me neither. But yeah, I'm definitely wanting to learn how to do some of that stuff. It's almost kind of like bag making, right? You're using all that interfacing and all those tools. Where can I see the travel art folio? I have an image on it. If you scroll on the Penguin and Fish Crafters page, if you, oh man. So there should be a link there, but it's probably a little farther down. I will post it again once we get closer to the project so it's up higher. But if you Google Mod Kid, all one word, and travel art folio, I'm sure it'll pop up. The kits, she's Patty Young, she's the owner and designer. She doesn't have the kits anymore, but the PDF is still available. And the PDF is great because then you can use your own fabric to, if you didn't want to use the kit fabric. So we'll be starting, oh, you received it today. Oh yeah, everyone's been getting them super fast, so that's awesome. Yeah, we'll be starting that project on Monday, July 10th. I was going to start it earlier, but then I'm like, oh, we have a holiday here, so we'll wait till the week after. And we'll still be kind of finishing this guy up yet, I think. The week before. It'll be nice to have this totally complete before moving on to another project, though. I think we got lucky with the timing with that. Oh, you got the PDF and picked your fabrics. Yay, that's exciting. Oh, and you guys will have to share, especially if you, well, not especially if, but like, I'm curious to see what fabrics you guys picked. Whether you got the kit or you did your own fabric. I'm curious. Uh-oh, something's a little funny here. Did I? Ow, boo. I think we're out of bobbin for like a long time ago. Dang it. All right. Let's check the damage here. I'm going to pull the quilt completely out. See, didn't I mention last night that I was feeling the bobbin issue come on? All right, so we're all the way here. Oh, look at all this. Oh, it broke even too. So, oh, maybe we didn't. Maybe it wasn't the bobbin. Maybe we just broke. Nah, I think we're out of bobbin. So let's do that. Let me snip this. Oh, you're making it for you! Yay! Oh, one of the grands will probably end up with it funny. I know, it's the worst when this happens, right? So let's get more of this green together. You know what? It might be a good opportunity to untwist this again too. Man, it's still a little twisty, isn't it? Even with all our precautions, but oh well. So I'm going to just snip it where it doesn't seem so curly anymore. Get rid of that piece. I'll just let it sit here for now, so it's not in our way. There's my splendid sampler bobbins waiting in line. Okay, here we are. I have no idea what this green is or where it came from. It's probably a decade old. I just have it. It actually might be, it could possibly be 3 decades old. This might have come from my mom's sewing cupboard a million years ago. And I just haven't, oop, I gotta turn it on first, huh? I just haven't used it ever. I just have a bin of thread, and just break it out when I need different colors. Oh, and look, we're almost gone too. Uh-oh, we may have a real situation if we run completely out. But we'll use up a spool, and I always love like using up stuff. Well, this will be interesting. So let's see how far this gets us. Interesting. Well, I do have some other greens. Oh, you use 40-year-old inherited polyester. You know what? I'm guessing that's pretty much what this might be. So that's what I was saying. It's not what was recommended for this metallic filament stuff. What was recommended was like really thin, you know, like thin thread. I don't know if it needed to be cotton or polyester or something, but thinner than this in theory. But you know, it was the right color. So this might have a dual color back on this quilt. We'll see. All right, got this metallic back in. There might be a tiny bit of a different color green at the end of this. Funny. That's how it goes, I guess. No, I can't get it in there. I don't have a little threader on this. Oh, there we go. Price on the spool says like 25 cents. Nice. If only. All right. Back in business. Oh, I should just maybe start off right where we left off. Let's see, what would be the best way to do that? I think I'll just get a longer string out here. Okay, I'm gonna roll this guy back up again. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever probably be able to match this thread perfectly if I went out and bought more. So I do have some greens that are pretty close in color, just not quite the same. So it's gonna be one of those, I think. Okay, we ended up about right there. All right, get this back in the machine. Oops, stay there, thread. I'll cut this guy loose while it's here. I'm just going to pull this out quite a bit. Man, that's the worst. At least it happened on one of these shorter little rows. All right, we're just gonna see how that does. Hopefully this doesn't get tangled in a huge knot. We'll have to check after this row. All right, we're gonna start right here. I'm gonna put a little back tack in. All right, now let's continue. Man, that's the worst. Maybe this will get us just through the quilt. Wouldn't that be awesome? I don't know. I don't think I got too much thread on that bobbin. All right. Thrifter sisters we are. Yeah, I like using up stuff. Like, that is very exciting to me that I now have one less bobbin in my bin of, or one less spool in my giant bin of thread. So that makes me happy. Makes me feel like I'm using things up. All right, let's take a look at this. See what's happening. Get rid of these long threads so they don't cause us trouble. It looks pretty good on the back yet, so that's good. Yeah, I only use that thread so far for the quilting. I didn't use it for the rest of the quilt, for the piecing. And it took a whole bobbin to do one side plus this. So pretty sure we won't have enough based on the amount of thread that we got on there. But oh well. I sure hear you on getting things used up. Yeah, I mean that's, I don't know. I'm on a kick of that lately. Like I'm like, let's finish everything. Let's sell the stuff that, you know, is just laying around here, and let's use up all these materials. And I don't know what it is, but I just kind of like want it all used up and all, I don't know. It's crazy. It's like a recent obsession, I think, a little bit. But it feels awesome to use it up. Especially something you know has been just sitting there for decades. When we're done today, I'm gonna lay this all out so we can see. Let's get the needle down so we can see what these crisscrosses are starting to look like. If you pull the bobbin back thread to the top and hold tack before back tack. Oh, if you pull bobbin thread to the top and hold both taut. Oh, that would have been smart. Smart to do. I'll do that next. That is a great thing and a motivator to get things done. Yes, use all the things up. Even out again here. Well, I'll have my extension table by the time I work on the Splendid Sampler again, so that's good at least. In theory. Man, I'm thinking that would be tough to meander or like do free motion quilting with all this bulk here. I don't know quite how that's done. Sure we'll be faced with that on that chevron quilt. Another pin gone. Oh, wow, this is full of stuff. Oh, I missed some of you guys' comments. Sorry. Plus, when you use it up, it means you can buy more. Haha, that's true. All right, scissors. We are on to the next line, I think. Yep, let's unwrap it a bit more. Oop, let's grab that guy. There we are. I'm working on a row by row. Oh, fun! Oh, thanks, Christine. It's fun to do. If it wasn't in real time, it wouldn't be getting done, that's for sure. All right. Next row. Ugh, now we're getting bulky all over the place here. All right, so much bulk. I'm still going on either side of these lines. Unfortunately, some of the lines look like they're rubbing off a hair. Probably from rolling it up, but I don't know. We'll do the best we can. Hi, Felicia. Oh, I'm sad about maybe not having enough of that green, though. So the back will have a really funny little area that's a little bit different green. We'll have to do a green test tomorrow, maybe. Oh, you missed the sewing time. That's nice. What did you use to make the marks? I used a water-soluble marking pencil. I'll show you in a sec here. So I used both, just because I had these, a white water-soluble pencil and a water-erasable fabric marking pen. Just because one's blue and one's white. I thought the white would work well on these dark colors. Oh, I didn't cut that yet. And then some of the light colors, I did the blue. All right, get this through again. Oh yeah, I know. My pinwheels are not, perfect by any means or anywhere close. So yeah, that did not happen. But it's my first time doing one of these pinwheel things too. And the way we actually did these pinwheels, these hourglass blocks, is a way that makes the blocks stretch quite a bit. So there's other ways to do it, but I thought this way was fun. Kind of a little magic when you just get to sew around a square and cut it up a bunch of times. I think that's neat. All right, let's get rid of this pin. We don't need him anymore. Oh, they're fine. They are what they are, and that's good. All right, here's where my line kind of went away on the screen. Oh, there it is. Some of them match up, but not all of them, that's for sure. Saying all the layers would call me to be tacked down. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Wow, I'm glad we're going on the side of this bulk though, because some of this bulk is, it would be tough for this to stitch through, I think. All right. This pairing is done. It's going pretty fast today. Oh my gosh. Busy for sure, Felicia. Oh my gosh, I hope everyone's okay. Snip. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna go this way, pull it out, and then bring it back towards me. That's a lot easier. Let's take a look so far. All right, so we got 4 of them in here. You can kind of see it. Again, it's much easier to see on the border. But there we are, the start of our little squares, and they're so sparkly. That's fun. And then the back you can really see the squares as well, which is kind of cool. But I love in the border how sparkly it is. Neato! Points meaning creates a bump when I do it. Oh yeah, so, maybe spinning the seams. That's a good idea, Kimberly. Yeah, there's definitely a pretty big bump at all of my areas where they're seamed. That's why I'm not stitching the ditch, like right down the seams. That's why I'm going on either side of the ditch. Because yeah, it's pretty bulky in these corners. Rolling it out a bit more. Okay, next line. We are almost to the center on this guy. One more, and we'll be there. Oh, forgot about him. Oh, thanks, Michelle. Yeah, the sparkle's neat. I'm glad. I just happened to find that thread, or I knew I had some shiny thread from somewhere. And I just happened to have green, which worked out perfectly. All right, now we're dealing with less bulk in here. It's a bit easier. Gosh, it still is bulky though. You know, I think it started when I decided to finally use fabric on the Splendid sampler that I was saving forever for like 8 years or something, and I finally used it. Now I want to use up all the stuff now that I've like opened that can of worms that like, oh, I can use my pretty stuff. Sparkle says, while on the common green blue sea. Oh, funny. Yeah, that's totally what this quilt feels like a little bit with all the blues and greens. Well, I'm glad I'm actually making something out of it, because remember, this is that fabric that I like binge bought on a whim, and then afterwards I'm like, oh man, I could feel it happening as I was buying it, like I totally don't need this, but I have to buy it right now, and at least I'm using it, so that feels good. Using up stuff. Get rid of this pin. The biggest thing was just being okay to use my pretty fabric for something. I'm definitely one of those people that just bought the fat quarters and put it up on the shelf because it was too pretty to use. Now that I've decided to start using it, now I just want to use up all my stuff. And I'm sewing. I'm here every night now, so I've been getting so much more crafting done by doing this hour every evening. So I'm actually using the fabric I have. Oh, thanks, Peggy. I'm having fun. I really like this this kind of double crisscross. I could see doing this again for sure. Oh, losing my leaders again. Ugh, there's a fly around here. It almost landed right on me. That's what summer's like, though. Flies everywhere. They're getting in somewhere. I haven't used batiks much yet. I have a couple batiks that I used in my Splendid Sampler quilt. And I did, when I bought this fabric for this green quilt, I bought some batiks. So I'm waiting for like a project to speak to me with those batiks because I love them. They're so pretty. I haven't really worked with them though. I've heard that they're thicker or, you know, more rough on the needles or something like that. But I'm super excited to use them. With every project, big or small, you freak out with the first cut. Oh, yeah, I hear you. But once, there's no stopping. Exactly. Like, that's with every project, I think, Felicia. It's like that getting started. And so, like, I don't know, I try and make starting be as easy as possible, like having everything out and ready to go, and you know, telling myself that it doesn't have to be perfect and it's good that I'm using it and all that. Whatever I can do to make those first cuts, like you said. And then after that, it's like, well, I'm in it. I guess we're doing it. Oh, break down and use a fabulous fabric you have stashed. Yeah, like for years, it was literally on my shelf so I could see it and just look at it. I didn't even remove it from the fat quarter bundle. So some of this fabric, when I opened it for the first time, I'm like, wow, I didn't know there was, you know, strawberries on this print and stuff, just because I couldn't open it. It was just too pretty, but after a while, I'm just like, with the Splendid Sampler, I'm like, man, I'm going to be working on this Splendid Sampler for a long time, and it's going to be a big project. If I can't break open the good fabric for a big project like the Splendid Sampler, what am I going to use it for, you know? And in theory, if you use your nice stuff, then it maybe it's an incentive to finish the project too, because it'd be sad to leave an unfinished project with that pretty fabric laying around. I'm using more of that fabric, my fabric that I couldn't use for years and years. I'm going to use more of that for that Krista Quilt's chevron quilt that we'll be working on. I picked it all out already, and I'm excited for that. I haven't picked my fabric for those house blocks yet for the Jacqueline Steves. I still don't know if that's how you pronounce her last name. I'm going to find out. But for the block of the month that we'll be starting in August, I don't have my fabric for that yet, so I'm gonna have to start thinking that through. I think when the first block, I don't know, maybe she does have fabric requirements on her page already. I'm gonna have to check. Because I'd like to have the fabric picked out, you know, before we get going. Okay, that double line is done. Oop, shoot. Missed some of your text again. Sorry, I'm going to page through this. Sometimes when I move your guys' text for me to read, it doesn't start loading again. Oh, it ravels less batiks? Oh, I didn't know that. Batiks are easier to sew with with a thinner needle. Okay, that's good to know. If you use the fairly after the fabric start, you go. Oh, she posted them today, Sandra, for the stitch along. The fabric requirements. Oh, perfect. Great. So I'm excited to see what you guys pick for that too. That'll be a fun project. Let's unroll this a little bit onto the next line. I think we'll do one more double line and then probably call it an evening. And then I will try and find some more green for when this bobbin goes out, because that'll happen sometime soon, I'm thinking. So we'll sew this double row and then I'll lay it all out and we can look at it. Oh, so you bought the kit. Oh, awesome, Rosalie. So Rosalie, you got the kit for the stitch along. She has a kit of the fabric if you want to use the same fabric that she's using. I think I'm going to use my own fabric for it. So mostly because I want to use up more stuff. So I'm like, I want to use my fabric so I can use more of it up. But yeah, if you did want to use the same color fabric that she's using, there are kits available on her site. But no, I don't think we'll get the pattern till she releases it. Oh, Marianne, that would be lovely. That would be so awesome. I definitely encourage you to come chill and work on some projects with me. I'm here every night. Although, well, except for the weekends. And coming up for the 4th, well, I'll be here Monday. That's the 3rd. The 4th, I won't be here. So no show on Tuesday. And probably no show on Thursday as well. So tomorrow or next week will be kind of abbreviated. Thursday's my birthday and we have dinner reservations. So I'll be doing that. And then the 4th, I think we'll be watching fireworks. But yeah, I'll probably be here the 5th though. And the 3rd. So just a funny week next week. Oh, you have a thing for thread? You should send me the greens. Oh man. Not when I'm trying to get rid of all this stuff, man. Like I said, it's so satisfying to have that spool finished. An actual empty spool. Uh-oh. Pretty thick right here. Are we still looking good? Yeah. I would love to just use up everything. Oh, thanks, Pam. Use up everything that I own for supplies and then have to get everything fresh and beautiful. That'd be cool. Oh, you got your kit for the travel art folio. Awesome. Oh, you're happy with the colors you chose. Oh, that makes me happy. Yeah, it's so neat how, I mean, all the combinations just look pretty. All the combinations that you're posting over at the Penguin and Fish Crafters group of the fabrics that you chose and stuff. I'm super stoked for that project. Oh man, it's coming up so fast too. I'm excited. We'll be stopping Quilt Land for a hair and sewing that little folio. So we'll sew this one last double, the other side of this double, and then we'll stop. We'll either sew the double or until we run out of bobbin thread. I'm not quite sure which will happen first. I'll have to get the new bobbin thread tomorrow. I just put it away too when I cleaned up over the weekend, so should have left it out. I jinxed myself. Let's get rid of this pin. Wow, my pedal is getting super hot again. Weird. I already got that fixed that one time during the Splendid Sampler. I guess there was a short in the cord or something, but they replaced the cord, but my pedal is still really, really hot. It would be tough to actually touch it with bare feet, I think. So I don't know what that's all about. I'm thinking after this project, there'll be time to oil and clean and all that again on the machine. Okay, other side. I want to get this nice and flat here, this piece. I'm nervous about the bobbin thread. I don't want to stitch a whole nother row, especially now that we're on the longer rows and not have any bobbin. I'm kind of keeping an eye on it. There we go. Just kind of got to grab both sides, I guess. Oh, I know, can't sew with shoes on. I know, I took my shoes off right before I came on here tonight because I accidentally left them on the other night, and it's just so weird. I mean, you just don't have that sense of touch, really. Like, I can't ease into the pedal with the shoes on, or I'm just not accustomed to it, I suppose. All right, wow, now we're getting a little off here. But it's just really bulky in some spots. Bobbin, still good, yep. Man, there are a lot of steps to making a quilt. I'm so used to quick projects like embroidery projects and stuff that it always still surprises me. You think you're done once you get the top done, and you're only halfway there at that point. It's fun though. Quilts are fun things, fun like long-term projects that you can just kind of chip away at. All right. Okay, I think that'll be that for the night. Let's check it out. So we got halfway on this guy tonight. All right. Scooch you over. Let's check it out. All right, so we have this half done. Oh, there, now you can start seeing the crisscrosses. Oh, that'll be fun. Oh, yeah, I know. Think about the pioneering days when all this was happening by hand. Yeah, totally, Gina. All right, let's check out, I want to check out the border a little closer. because I think that's the fun part with all the sparkles. Oh, there we are. Look, it's looking so fun. How far are we? Oh, all the way up to there. So we almost got this whole side done. Look at shimmery. Wow, that is a fun little touch. I could totally see using metallic thread again. That's just so neat, isn't it? It's just, I don't know, it feels special with that metallic thread. And then the back, I just like the back because you get the full sense of the pattern. Oh, that's pretty. I love it. I would totally do this pattern again. It's so easy, especially if you're just doing like a square, you know, just a square patchworky quilt, doing diagonal double lines like that. I'm in it. I love it. I think it's turning out super fun with this design. And quick too. I mean, you don't have to, we're not really filling in much spaces, but it's got plenty to hold this quilt together for sure. So awesome. So we are, we're halfway done with this direction. So we will for sure, I think, finish this up tomorrow, the quilting in this direction at least. I'll have to find some more bobbin thread, but other than that, I think we should be good. And that means on Monday, we will start the binding. So we'll have to figure out what we want to do for that. All right, I'm going to just flip you guys around. Oh, and I see some of you guys are sharing this video. I appreciate that a ton too. I really do. It's so fun to just hang out with all of you in the evenings here and stitch and hang out. It's like my crafty little friend group. I'm just stuck at home all day by myself, and so it's just really neat to have this awesome group of people to come and chat with in the evenings here. So thanks so much for being here. And yeah, we will finish up this quilt, the quilting of the quilt, tomorrow. And yeah, if I can find some more green thread. And I will get this up on YouTube at Penguin and Fish Movies, and it will stay here on the Penguin and Fish Facebook page as well. Man, almost getting another quilt done. Totally stoked. For a while, I had 3 unfinished quilts stacked up, including this one. So we'll get that down to 2, which will be nice. And then we'll sew on the Splendid Sampler, kind of like how we're doing this one soon again too, because that's not done yet. Got to get that one done too. So, all right. I will catch you guys tomorrow on Friday. Have a super great rest of your evening tonight and have a great day tomorrow. Good night.